Oh, there we are.
Hey!
What time is it?
Yeah, hey, it's Adobe Digital Leaders Live Lesson time. How's it going, Dom?
Hey, yeah, good. I can't even say that. It's too many words in too short a space of time. It's
I have
hard
to
work.
I have to not think about it. The minute I think about it, I fall off. So
Time.
yes, you
Yeah,
got
all
it. You got
good.
it. You got to commit and go.
Hey, one thing, when I was growing up in Liverpool as a young boy, there were the Hugheses who lived down the road, and they were Welsh.
Yes.
And I was always jealous of the fact that the sons Glyn and David, they had Scouse accents, but they always used to say me mam.
Mum. Yeah,
Yeah,
mum.
me mam.
Yeah,
So yeah,
mum
that's
or mommy. Mommy's another one.
mammy. But how do
Mommy
you
or
actually say it in Welsh? It's Mamau.
no, it'd be in Welsh it'd be Mami. Oh yeah, but the mamai is mothers.
Right, mammy. Right, okay,
Mamai is
gotcha.
mothers. Yeah.
Anyway, let's get some shout outs in. Hey,
Yeah.
if you're on the
Come on.
call, yeah, let's get some shout outs in. We love doing a bit of a shout out. That's how we roll. And what have we got going on today, Mr. Jones? Because you've got something on the screen here for
Oh,
your
yeah. Oh, is this
mammy.
no, it's your screen. Scroll up.
What's my screen?
Yes,
Scroll
yours.
up. Scroll up. Scroll
Yeah.
up. Get the job done. There we go.
Right. So, welcome in, guys. So, the challenge page is important today because we're going to be working with a template. So, you need a link to that template, which is on the challenge page. To open up the challenge page, just go along to that URL that's scrolling at the bottom of the screen right now. So, if you're on a browser like Dom, you could just have Express open on one tab and then open another tab on your browser and type in adobe.ly/mother25. On the iPad, so I'm on the iPad, I've got the Adobe Express app open, but then I've also got my browser open. So you could use Safari or you could use Chrome.
Safari.
I said it like that because Dom always pulls my leg because I say Safari. So
Safari. We're going on Safari.
So you could have Safari or Chrome open and then go along to that challenge page. Also, if you are using an iPad or any other device that can scan a QR code, there's a QR code right there on the screen. Just give that a scan.
That's a lovely one. You made a good job of that.
Thanks. It took a day making that. Thank you very much. Now then, let's go through the rules. As everybody's getting the challenge page open, Dom, take us through the rules, if you would.
Well, rule number one, pause it if you want. This is the most important rule because if you feel like you're getting behind, we will be going between myself and Mr. Jones. You'll see things happen twice. That's all good. But if you feel like you're getting too far behind, you can pause this. We won't be offended. And then when you're ready, you can just press play again and carry on. Number two, Jones.
Well, at 4 p.m. this afternoon, there or thereabouts, Dom will be emailing all of the teachers that have registered for this session. And on that email, there'll be a certificate for everyone taking part. And
it's
also,
already there.
It's already there. So if teachers, you're sitting there feeling a bit guilty and thinking, oh, I didn't register, then you can register right now for this session that we are in right now by going to adobe.ly/live lessons. Make sure you're registered so that you get the certificate to hand out to everybody who's taken part today. Whether you've done just the first activity or both of them, doesn't matter. There's a certificate for taking part. Also on that email, you'll find some information about our Express School Challenge where you can win swag for your class and also a pizza party. Dom, would you care to tell us a little more about that?
Well, yes, I've been working on that very same thing today. If you do the Express School Challenge, you'll see there's a button on there. It means you're going to get 3 classes or 100 pupils from your school taking part. If you're a small school, 3 classes is enough. And every time you do an Express School Challenge, which means you complete one of the challenges that we've put on this page today, you'll be able to submit your work. And every time you do a challenge, you get swag. And I've also just put up the form for us to be able to deliver swag to your school. So that's a momentous occasion. But then also, if you do 3 of those, 1, 2, 3, count them all, it means you can get pizza delivered to your school. And there are pizzas going out today.
Oh, amazing. Where is there a pizza going to today, Dom?
North Wales and Scotland.
Well, those are 2 very difficult places to get pizza delivered, I'd imagine.
They'll be delivered by unicorns. That's how it's working. But yeah, so do that. Get involved in the Express School Challenge. But shall we scroll down to challenge number 1?
Yeah, let me get this stuff off the screen and you tell us what we're doing first, Dom.
Yes, challenge number 1 is a kindness vouchers card. Now, this was an inspired idea from Mr. Jones here, because we were going to do a card, like a normal card. Stop it, please.
Get out of it.
But actually, we're going to do vouchers which you can give to your mother, who can sort of trade them in for you to do things for them, like wash dishes, tidy up your room, give over the TV remote, stop hogging it. Honestly, if I watch another episode of Paw Patrol, I think I might eat my own hand.
I know. The stuff. Yeah. Well, don't do that. Don't.
Well, maybe not. Not unless there's a bit of mayonnaise involved. So here we go. And you will need this button here. Click to open the template. You will need that. So maybe we should just get going before. There's no point in showing challenge number 2. We'll just get on with number 1.
Take us through the template idea then, and take template business first.
Okay, so you can see on the screen here, you've got click to open the template. If you give that a little click, then it will open here. And then you can see it looks a lot different to the one that Mr. Jones has actually put on this page. And that's because in the top right, you've got a remix. Yeah, give it a click. Bosh. And then look at this goodness that you can work with.
We're in.
Yeah, we are in. Maybe, Mr. Jones, you can just show that again for people, because we don't often do these, I suppose.
No.
Maybe you can just give a little share of that.
Absolutely. So here we go. Just so you know, you see the back end of this. I got it. The Express app is open. Okay, so you need to have the Express app open first, and that you're logged in. So I've done that. You can see the Express app. So I'm on Chrome here. Chrome, as Dom would say. I'm on Chrome.
No, you can't do that. It doesn't. We've discussed this. Only comes in the middle of a word, never at the start.
I got it. Yeah, we were in when we ended up in Liverpool. We stopped in the shop, and my wife asked some shop assistant, are there some more clothes shops around here? And said, yeah, if you go down there, there's a Drome and Creche. There's a shop called Cricket. There was anyway. Creche. Right.
You can't say I love some chicken and a can of Coke. Doesn't matter that. It's a chicken and a can of Coke.
Anyway, stop. Right. I'm on Google Chrome, and I'm gonna scroll down, and here is the button. So on the iPad, I'm gonna give that a tap, and it opens up the template on this other tab, exactly like Dom did. Let me just get the banner off because you can't see the bot. You've just done it, Dom. Thank you. Right. So the blue button for me is at the bottom of the screen. Dom had it up at the top, but I've got it down at the bottom. But it still says the same thing, remix. Now then, here's what you do. You give that a tap, and then maybe your browser will say something like, do you want to jump into another app or this kind of thing?
I do.
Like, yeah, man, let's go. I'll allow it. And then it may even take you into, here we go. It may even take you to the App Store. Okay.
What?
Yeah. Now, if it does that, you don't need to worry. Just switch back over to Express and it'll just open it up. Okay. I didn't tap anything there. Okay. So once you've pressed that like allow button on your browser, wherever it takes you next, just go to Express and it'll open up the template for you. Right. Let's jump back over to the browser. And what are we going to do first, Dom?
Splendid. Okay. Well, we've got three coupons here that we're going to work with. I think we'll do the coupons first before we go and do the title, because the title is just going to be all schmoozy, schmancy, pantsy stuff. But we need to get the meat and bones of this thing sorted out. So the first thing that I think we'll do is we'll start working with some of this text. So we've got a voucher. Right. Instead of coupon. We'll change this by triple clicking, and then I'll copy Jones, I think. Tidy up room. Now we've got an issue.
Dom, yes, yeah. Is it? Yeah, we've just seen this. It takes us back to the template store rather than the given template. If you're having any issue at all with opening up that template, You can find this exact template that we've got just by on the homepage of Express. If you search for the word coupon, it's actually the first one. Don't know if you want to show that, Dom.
Yeah, hang on one sec.
If you do have any trouble, the only difference is that we got rid of the original template had 4 coupons, and we just dragged the box over the top one and got rid of it.
Okay. So I'm just gonna let me just show that. Let's just check in. So if you want to on the home page, you just put coupon in there.
Yeah.
And then if you search for template,
coupon template,
you'll see it's here.
Okay, and then you can see it's pretty much that we deleted the top one to give us space to put some text, and then we got rid of some other bits and bobs. But basically, if you open that up, you'll be pretty much, there we are. Just drag a box over that top one.
Bish, bash, bosh.
Yeah, okay, right. So that's it. But
yeah. Okay, so let's go back here. So I actually tidy up my room. I'll do that there. And then I think I'm going to have to adjust the size. And there's different ways you can do this. You can just use the box, for example, stuff like that. But that doesn't work particularly well. So I think what I'm going to do instead is, I think maybe I'll put that onto the second line there. And then maybe I'll bring this down. Maybe I could stretch it out and get it all on one line. Who knows? Well, I put the break in now, haven't I? So I could do it like that. Tidy up my room, and then where it says from, and maybe I'll put like from your son Dominic, kiss. There we go. That's my first one. I'll do it again because this is great viewing. And so what I'll do here is something like wash dishes. So that's good. Maybe I'll bring the size down. I'm just using the decrease font this time. Bring it down to here. And then maybe this from your favorite son. There we go. That would be much more favorite than my brother, I'm sure. And then the last one could be like TV remote. And that one's quite big and doesn't need to come down too much. And then from your Bezzy mate. From your Bezzy mate. That would be me.
From the golden boy.
Yeah, exactly. So there you go. Well, the first job that you've got to do is actually change the text itself for what all these coupons stand for.
Yeah.
So let me come off there, and then we can go back to Jones.
Okay, here we go. So we're on the iPad. So let's go. So yeah, we've got if you're struggling for ideas, we've got them on the challenge page for you because that's the kind of guys that Dom and I are. We're just here to help out, guys. So if you underneath the button to open up the template, you've got some ideas here. So Dom you did tidy room, wash dishes, and the remote. Yeah. So I'll do the next 3. Set the table. That's a big one that you can do to help at home, guys. Every night. It only takes a couple of minutes. It's a big help. Set the table, fold the laundry, and go on a family walk. Right. Okay. Let's do that. Okay.
Family walk's a nice one, actually.
Yeah, because there's always somebody who's not in the mood to go for a walk. So if you use your voucher, then everybody has to go. And that's it. Tough. Right. So this first one. So tap on it to open it up, and then double tap just to choose the word. Okay. So then I'm going to type in here, set the table. There we go. And as Dom did, I'm just going to use the decrease font size on the left hand side. Why are you laughing at?
It reminds me of a French lesson I did in school. And, the teacher goes, Robert, how do you say the table in French? And he went, La table.
He was not far off.
He wasn't far off.
Oh. Right, there we go. Kiss, kiss, kiss. Very lovely. Set the table. There's my first voucher. So the next one was fold the laundry. Fold the
laundry.
Laundry.
Oh, there's lots of words there.
My job when I was a boy was always to pair the socks. That was always the job I used to. That's you could really help with pairing the socks.
When I was a young boy, I paired the socks.
Yeah.
Isn't that a Coldplay song?
Yes, it's lovely, that is. From the Golden Boy.
Oh, capital letters. Nice.
I'm saying that, but I am definitely not the golden boy in our family.
Oh yeah.
No,
Your man
but
Tristan.
yeah. The big brother with the golden hair is the golden boy. The blue-eyed boy is the blue-eyed boy. Yeah. So, and then the third one is go on a family walk. Go on. Oh dear. On a family walk. Now, I don't think I want this on one line. It's just gonna be too small. So I'll go to 2 lines like this. I'm using the long handle on the side. You can see it.
Ooh, big gap between those lines, though, aren't there?
It is, and that's very, very good point. So let's grab top over on the left hand side. Let's bring down my line spacing. Line spacing. There we go. And then let's bring down the font size. And now my line break is broken. There we go. I can probably bring that up a touch now. There we go. Good. And then my from just needs to move down a bit. There we go. And maybe this one's going to be love. Ooh. Got some emojis. There we go.
Emojis, hey.
Oh, Mera dude. Right. There we go.
Dude.
I am a dude.
I love that. That's going to be your new nickname. You're going to be with Meta Dude.
Oh,
Meta Dude. You like being Meta Dude, lad?
Mera dude. Right, okay. Right.
Okie dokie.
Where's your screen gone?
I know. I took it off before and then
You off
suddenly. Yeah, hang on a minute. Ew, how very strange. How very strange. Right, let's bring it on back on here. Right, we're all good. Right, okay. So we've got our 3 coupons. Let's do some more text just while we're here. Now, you can see down on the kind of right-hand side, you've got these kind of colored sections here. Now, you can put values in here, and we've got pound signs in there. So I think what I might do is I might rank these in order of importance. Tidy up my room, wash dishes, TV remotes. Well, TV remote is clearly the highest value. So I'm going to put £20 on that one. That's worth £20.
£20.
£20. And then 21ers, lad. 21ers. And then we'll go wash dishes. I mean, I'm not a fan of washing dishes, but sometimes it's got to be done. Or even load the dishwasher. That would be fine.
I love
tidy up my room. Well, that's fine. That's a tenner. That's what that one's worth. Right. So I've got my 3 little values in there. I think to give people time to catch up, maybe we should go across to Meredith as well.
Yeah.
Move that one and put Meredith up there. Meredith.
Meredith. Right. Yes. So now then, on the iPad, I just had a little go on this. And changing text, which is on the side, is a bit tricky on the iPad, actually. So I'm going to just use this top bit as my kind of work area, and I'm going to bring that up, and I'm going to spin it around like that.
Right.
There you go. Okay, and now here we go. Now then, this bit was tricky to do on the side. Right. So the first one is set the table. Oh, that's easy. That's a £5.
For the £5.
Yeah, that's a £5. Right. And now I'm just going to spin it back and then pop it back into its place. And you see the pink guidelines are helping me to get that exactly in the right place. All right, let's grab this next one. Fold the laundry. Now.
Yeah, do you know what?
That's
that one's big. That's big for me because that can take forever.
Yeah, but it is something you can do watching the telly. So.
Well, that's true.
So I don't mind
Paw Patrol.
I don't mind as much because at least you can have some distractions while you're doing that.
Just go on.
Yeah, go on a family walk. Well, I mean, this shouldn't really be a hardship, should it? You know what I mean? But
great fun.
But it is going to take some time. So maybe I'll say that this is £20.
Right.
Just because of how long it'll take. And my time.
Is that your day rate?
My time's very valuable. Yeah. As you know, Dom.
Yes.
So yeah. So there's my coupon values there.
Excellent.
There so I'm done.
Right. I'm gonna remove you. And get back on. Right. So now that we've kind of done all of our text, it's time to make this thing shine. I think I'm going to go over to Elements on the left-hand side. Design assets. And I think in here, I'll just put circle and see what we get. I mean, really, what I'm hoping for is something with a little character. Maybe I could put blob in. No, not as good. There's loads there. What did you search for those ones? Because you've got
yes.
one.
Sorry. So go to shapes, not shapes. Go to icons and search for circle or blob.
Oh.
And then there we go. You'll find them in there.
Oh, I just put icon in icons. Search for an icon. Well,
the internet really imploded
there. This one. This is the kind of one I'm looking for.
Yeah.
So whack that in there. Now it's gone in as white. Well, that's no good for me, is it? So I'm going to click in the little fill box over there, and then you can make it custom. Now, if you wanted to, you could be really clever, and you could use your pipette, and you could take it over to the purple and match it.
Lovely.
If you wanted. There we go. Nice and central, nice and spaced. Go on.
Just had an email from Mr. Moore and his amazing class in Llandailo CP.
Oh,
look at this.
Fantastic, Mr. Moore. Arbenig,
Mr. Moore. Mr. Moore, the amazing footballer, once again. There he is. So,
the amazing footballer.
Class in Llandailo Primary School. Do you know what? After we had that lesson, we had football that night, and he scored a ridiculous goal. First touch, flicked it off his heel into the roof of the net. Ridiculous. And then, true to form, I about 5 times was right in front of goal with a sitter and missed every one of them. Anyway, so thoroughly enjoying another session with you guys. Thank you. P.S. They keep asking me about a pizza party. This will be the 4th session completed by classes in our school. What is the target?
Get on with it. What are you waiting for? Put your evidence in.
Get to the bottom of the challenge page, Mr. Moore, and all the information there, and a form that you can submit your work.
Fantastic. Right, I've got this blob in here. You see, just put circle into icons and scroll down a bit, and got this one that had a bit of character. And then I'm gonna select it and duplicate, and then I can.
But Dom, those are the wrong color.
Oh, give me a break. Honestly, you're like Mr. Moore. You're just too tasty in the tackle. Right, let me just click one of them, and then. Honestly, Mr. Moore, I've heard all about you. And then click the fill here, go to the pipette, and then or the dropper, and then you get the dropper, and then you go over to the green, select that, select the next one, go to the fill color, get the dropper, and then go over to this coral pink. And then look at that, beautiful. We've got 3 lovely circle icons in there to make our coupons look dreamy.
I better do that.
Yeah. I'm going to remove myself and add you.
Right. Let's get those shapes in, guys. So let's go to elements on the left-hand side. Element.
There it is.
And then up at the top, we're going to go to, see me scroll across there. I'm going to go to icons. And I'm going to search for icons. No, I'm not. Why would I do that? What a crazy thing to do. And let's search in here. I'm searching here for just circle. And there's the one that Dom used, so we won't use that.
Get that blob there. There's a boss blob. You've just gone past a boss blob.
Boss.
Why are you going past so many boss blobs?
I like this one. This can we go.
Yeah,
I like
that's right.
Okay, right. A boss blob. Right.
Large, that lad.
Right, there we go. Good. I'm happy with that. Up a bit. Ooh. Down a bit.
Doesn't want to snap, does it?
Oh no. Come on. There we go. Come on. This is right. 3 dots. Now it put it in on that correct color by itself. Did you notice?
It did.
Which is kind. Yeah. Right. And then so duplicate. I don't need to open up the more menu. You just got the duplicate button right there.
Honestly.
And duplicate. Right, I won't worry about the locations right now. Let's sort out the color, and then I can do that whilst we move on. So I tapped I did that a bit fast. I'll do it again now with the bottom one. So choose the shape. Then over on the left-hand side where it says icon, you can see I've got the little square with the purple color. Tap on that. And I want to use the pipette, which is right there up at the top. Okay, where it says fill, at the top of this little window that's popped out. Tap on the pipette. And you can see it's there, that little circle in the middle of my screen that kind of zooms in a bit on it. And you can move that around. So if I drag my finger, and I want this lovely magenta shade down at the bottom here. So if I bring magenta, I bring that down. Once I let it go, there we go. It's set that color. And now we'll pass back to Dom, but I'm just going to make sure these are lined up perfectly now whilst Dom's doing the next bit.
Right. Okay. So we've got our 3 coupons here. We've got our blobs, and now we need to put in some. We can put in some icons in here for like things like tidy up my room. So I don't know, like tidy. What are we going to get for tidy? Whoo! These are quite good fun. Let me. I mean, you could also do things like go to design assets, and you could go bed, something like that. That might be a good one.
Yeah,
that one. Well, you're looking for.
That's a bit messy.
Yeah, that one is a bit messy. Look at that. Boom. Good. Straight in there. What you probably want to need to think about here is when you're looking through, try and get ones that don't have a background. It always makes it, it just looks better. So that's that first one. And then I can go to wash dishes, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, look at those marigolds. Look at those marigolds.
Oh, beautiful. I mean, that'd be quite good fun. Why not? There we go. And then good contrast. The marigolds are in there. That is beautiful. I wonder if you can go effects, and maybe I could make them more yellow, because marigolds to me. But you know what? The contrast is awful.
Oh, I think
so.
Pink marigolds are great.
Yeah, well, our pink marigolds are good, aren't they? Maybe it's a bit big, so I'll bring it down a little bit, and then just try and pop it in the middle. Don't have to. You can put it on a little angle, little jaunt, as we like to say.
Oh, lovely.
And yeah, and then TV remote. TV remote. I mean, yes.
Yeah.
This is what I'm looking for. Is that a TV remote? What's that? That looks like. I have no idea what that is, but I'm gonna put it in because I love it. Looks like something from 1984. What on earth? I mean the book, not the year. Right, there we go. I've got my 3 design assets in there. Over to Jones.
Yup. Right, so we got set the table, which is an interesting one to start off with. So in elements on the left-hand side, let's jump back over to design assets this time. I don't want a circle, so we won't search for circle. So we're going to search for maybe something like place.
Dining table.
Place setting, I think. Place setting. I think that's what you call it. Field. Place set. Yeah, so that's what you call, like, you know. There it is. Place set.
That'll do.
Yeah, it's not the most colourful, but it's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I could duotone it or something, but I'm not gonna. Right, and then folder laundry, elements, design assets. Let's search in here for laundry.
Laundry.
Is laundry a word you'd use?
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Not for us. Not really in Wales. We just say the washing, I think.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
Dom's got no contribution to that conversation.
Just a yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
And then family walk. Let's try family hike. Maybe I'll try that. Hike. Family hike.
A caravan. You just get a caravan.
Those caravans are amazing.
I know.
Look at all of those. Well, we got to do a caravan activity with all of those.
I bet Mr. Moore's got a caravan.
No then. I don't think Mr. Moore lives around the corner from me, and I don't think he's got a caravan.
He's probably got a trailer instead.
Maybe. Right. Oh, here we go. There we go.
Oh, lovely. That one's great.
These guys are out for a walk. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Right.
That is great.
Done.
You're done. Okay. Right. Let's get you off. Get me on. Right. So now all we need to do is we need to go over T for text on the left-hand side. And then we go add your text and we go happy Mother's Day. Okay, so I'm going to bring that up to the top. Now I've got issues with this. Massive issues. Because you can't even see it. It's dreadful. I'm just not happy about it at all. Now, what I might do with it is I might go to edit and I might put an outline on it.
Oh, yes.
He loves an outline, this man.
Do you like an outline?
He loves an outline. And then if you go to the little box next to it, outline thickness, give it a little tap, bring that up. Now that is the same font as my tidy up my room, Alphon, which is cool.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll go to text layouts and set dynamic. Now it hasn't really done anything.
No.
Because then I need to do something like that.
Oof.
Tremendous. Why does it keep snapping back? Come on, I want it big. I want it big. Maybe that's direct center, and then round about there is exactly where I want it to be. So bit of text in there, Mr. Jones, if you wouldn't mind.
Of course, but of course. Right, here we go. So T for text on the left-hand side. Here we go. Add your text. And I'm going to just pop in here. Happy Mother's... Oh, hang on. Let me just put capitals in here. Mother's Day.
Great.
No, we need an apostrophe.
Exclamation.
Hang on.
Well, do you know what? The apostrophe, is it, that would be to a single mother. So I said it.
I checked
plural mother.
I checked this, right? Because I was like, I better check this. And I checked this before this lesson. And actually, all three options are possibly correct.
Yeah.
You could have apostrophe, yes. You could have no apostrophe. And you could even have mothers and then an apostrophe.
Yeah.
So basically, whatever you want to do is fine. Right. Which is great.
Great input.
Great when it comes to grammar.
That's solid input.
When else will you have somebody talk about grammar and say, do whatever you want, all of it's correct, Right, so there we go. I got that. This font is horrendous for me. I'm not, it's a bit severe. So maybe I'll just jump in. Do I have something?
What?
Severe.
Severe. Oh,
yeah.
Right. Severe.
Severe, yeah. I think it's a bit severe.
Italian.
Severe. And maybe we'll just go for my new favorite font, which is Dynapuff. And then, I think Dynapuff has definitely improved things there. Yeah, there we go.
Right. Good work on Dynapuff. Right. Okay, so I think we're just going to finish this off now so we can move on to making a video. And then, and what you can do here is you could change the background color. At the moment, it's purple. People. But maybe we'll want to make it a little bit more uplifting. I don't know.
What's your mum's favorite color, Dom?
That's a really good question. I have absolutely no idea. The yellow's quite nice, actually.
Yeah,
quite like that. It's quite bright and cheery.
It's lovely.
Well with the black. I like that. That's nice. So that's the first thing I'm going to do is change that background color, and then also I think I'll go to elements over here and design asset. Make it to hearts.
Yeah.
Ooh,
hello.
Lovely. Ooh, hello. I haven't seen some of these before. Click. Enter into the fray. Look at this.
Hey.
Now, that is lush. That's what you say in Wales, isn't it?
It's strong, isn't it? Yeah, it is lush, but it's a bit strong. You're right, Dom. Have you frozen up? I think Dom's frozen up, making a really funny face. Look at his face. Right. I better take over because something's happened to Dom. I don't know what. So let's wrestle back control of this. Let's get my screen up. Where's my mouse pointer gone? Let's get that first. Here we go. Right. I don't know what's happened to Dom. He'll be look at his face. Right. So I'll carry on. He'll be back now. I don't know what's happening with him. He's frozen. Dom went to design assets. Oh, he's gone. He'll be back now. So we're going into elements, design assets, and then he searched for hearts. So maybe I'll search for flowers. You could search for maybe something that that your mum likes, something, their favorite thing. But some nice kind of flowers, something around the edge would be really cool. So Dom had those hearts. So I'm going to bring in, I like these kind of ones that look as if they're a corner, kind of a frame on a corner. So I'll just give one of these a tap. Oh, this one's really nice. I really like that. So I'll give it a tap and it comes back. Here he is. Here he is.
It's just got a complete power outage. I'm actually hotspotted off my phone.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
God.
The whole place has gone down.
Gosh, dear me. Well, there we are. Well, anyway, Dom, I was just following from what you'd just shown us.
Oh,
so,
what did you get that from?
I found these. Well, they're in the design assets, so I just found these flowers. So the thing is, when I fill, there we go. That's nice, like that. That's fine. So I'm just gonna pop them like that. Is your screen back? No, your screen's not back yet. So, and then it is kind of taking over a bit too much. So I'm just going to send it to the back. Now, we've got a lot of layers here. Those vouchers are made up of a lot of layers. So it's probably easier.
A lot of layers.
We've got a lot of layers. At the bottom of the screen, if you tap on the 3 dots and then use send to back, that's probably easier than using the layer stack with this many layers. And there we go. That's popped to the back. If you still... Ooh, funny happened there. If you still think that it's taking over too much attention, which I do, you could then tap on the opacity and just bring that down a little bit. Bring the opacity down a bit. There we go. I think that's better. It's not taking as much attention away from the vouchers. Right. Well, that is our card done. Oh, I didn't name this project because
I want to have a go. I want to finish this one.
Oh yeah, Can
you see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah, my connection's a little bit dodgy, I think, but I'm going to give it a go. And so I put the hearts in, and then all I want to do is make sure that it's at the back. Yeah, I think Mr. Jones is right, really. Considering how many layers, look at all of these I'm going through here. Blimey. I'm still going.
Yeah, if you've got loads of layers, then and you want something to go all the way to the back, then it's actually easier just to do 3 dots, send to back.
Yeah, exactly that. And I could put some flowers on, but that seems like a good place to be. Tell me if my connection is really dodgy, by the way.
It's all right. I can hear you, and your screen is good, but your camera is quite clouded. But that's for the best, really. So I tell you,
we've got an ideal situation going on here.
You should see the face you were making when your camera froze. It's brilliant. It's like this.
Well, I just clicked share on mine to try. I think sharing when I'm hotspotting off my phone is going to take about 9 days. So maybe we'll pop over to Mr. Jones, and he can show us how to finish this up.
Yeah. So this is this is not coupon. It is voucher card. There we go. And then so you've got options here. Now you may well want to print these out and take them home this weekend. Okay. So if you want to print them out on your device, from your device, then use the download icon, which you've got in the top there. If you know you're printing it out, then you'd be best off downloading as a PDF print. Saying that, it doesn't really matter what you download it as. You can download anything, really. Okay? Has he frozen again, making another face? I think he has. Are you still there, Dom? No, he's gone again, and look at his face. Right. Anyway, so download it as a PDF if you know you're printing it. But even if you haven't, if you've downloaded it as a PNG, look at him, then you could still print that out. Okay. Now, if you're on an iPad like me, sometimes it's easier to actually log into your Express account on a computer or a Chromebook or a laptop or a PC, something like that, and print from there. Because printing from iPads in school can be tricky. So maybe if you've been making it on an iPad, maybe it'd be easier for you to print it from another device. Anyway, your teacher will be able to help you with that. If you'd rather just share this with anybody you want digitally, then you could instead go to the share menu. It says share there in the top right. And you can see we've got an option that says view only link, and it's slightly different on the browser, but it still says, you'll see it says there view only link. Okay, and you can also share to Google Classroom, Microsoft Teams if your teacher has set this as an assignment. But the view only link gives you a URL. Anybody who clicks on that URL is taken to your published design on the internet. And of course, you could use that URL to produce a QR code. And you can do that in Express as well, really easily. Okay, so if you want to make a QR code on Express, let's just make a view only link. So view only link, create link. Okay, and here we go. So it's working on my link right now. And he's back. He's back. You're right, Dom. You're right.
Oh, it's just causing me no end of strife. It tells me the internet's available now, but it's not.
No. You are the most pixelated person I've ever seen on
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you. Yeah.
Oh well, there we go. At least
maybe you should turn your camera off. I'm not saying that to be nasty. Like maybe it'll help. You know. Perhaps. There we go.
Well, there you go.
All yeah, right, we can hear you.
No,
you're just the disembodied voice. There we go. So anyway, it's
working. Be disembodied than dismembered. There we go.
Yes, where are you? Every time I'm going to look up now. Every time you speak. Right, there we go. I've got my code, so I'm going to just copy that link. You see it says copy link. Okay, so I've copied the link, and now back on the Express homepage.
Yes.
If you want a QR code to that, you just go to the plus, that start dot up here in the top left-hand corner of my screen. Okay, and under the quick actions, you've got generate QR code. And if I tap on that, okay, and then paste that link in, that's how easy it is to make a QR code. So teachers, you don't need to make all these QR codes that your class is making. Oh, I didn't copy the link. Doesn't matter. Anyway, paste your link in there, download, and you've got a QR code. Right, let's move on to our second activity. Dom, are you ready?
Well, yeah, I am ready. I mean, whether the internet is ready for what I'm about to unleash, I don't know.
Do you want me to do it?
But let's see. You can see. No, where did it all go? Remove, add to stage. In order for me to add to the stage.
Okay.
Why'd you keep on taking me off?
I'm not doing anything.
Taking me off.
I'm not doing anything at all. It's all you.
That long.
It's your
man. It's taking that long. Yeah, I wonder what. Yeah. Well, anyway, here you go. Challenge 2, the thank you video. Use your Express video editing skills to create a thank you video. I've got a couple of things here. Thank you for cooking our food. Thank you for taking us to the park. Thank you for being my taxi driver. Now that, I don't know what it's like for you, Mr. Jones, but that was the one thing that my mother just did so much. She just ferried us everywhere.
Yeah.
Was that the same?
Yeah, it's the same, isn't it? It's taxi of mum and dad. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, exactly that. So I think what we'll do is we will, let me just go to the right place. Yes. And share this tab. What I'll do is I'll go to the tiny little A for Adobe in the top left-hand corner, which you can see right over here. Give it a clickety-click. And then, I mean, it may be that my phone hotspotting is possibly not.
Right, I tell you what, right? Let's get your screen off. You just stay on, and I'll get the browser open, and you can talk me through it.
Yeah, okay, fine. No problem.
Let's do that. Let's get your screen off, right?
Yeah.
And let's get my screen on. There we go. You seeing my screen there? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he's the guy you need in the crisis, people. That's great.
Yeah. Now then, we're cooking now. It's fine. Oh, we need to just it is. There we go. Right, so we're gonna be making
Matrix.
Yeah, we're going to be making a video. So that's the orange tile here. So let's give that a tap. Right. What's first, Dom?
First thing to do is rename your project. let's say Mum's Day video. Tremendous.
Okay. Got out.
Yeah.
Right.
Next thing we're going to do, we're going to add some media, I suppose. So you can do that on the bottom there, or you can select video. Do you know what I select? Do you know what I chose here? I went into media and selected video.
So on the left side, media, up at the top, videos, and then
and I just searched for Mother's Day, and there was a cracking little intro video that I used.
Oops, Mother's Dat. There we go. Mother's Day. There you go. Right, 427 results. It's not too shabby, is it?
The one I liked, and that second one was good. I liked that. I thought that was great. There was a kind of a little bit further down. There was a red one.
That's cool as well.
That looked like a good one. I suppose you want one that's looking across like a letterbox, I suppose.
Oh, that's cool as well.
That is nice, yeah. What's that one?
Oh, that one.
That's the one. Yeah. That one was great.
Nice.
Now,
Let's get that in.
Give that a click.
Yeah.
Yes, you're in. Now, how long is that clip, Mr. Jones?
Well, you can see it down in your timeline that it is 10 seconds long.
So maybe that's quite long, I suppose. So I suppose the first thing you might want to do is say, well, can we cut something off from the start or cut it off from the end and give it a little play and see where you can do it?
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't want to cut it off,
really get going for a few seconds.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of nothing at the beginning, isn't there? So let's just go right before, there we go, about there, I think.
Yeah.
So let's just trim. So I'm using that trim handle here just to bring it back. So now when I click play, we're straight in on the action.
Yeah. And then also it stays on the screen for quite a long time.
Yeah, so by about there, we're done. So let's trim the end of it back to there as well. So now it's down to a brisk 4.2 seconds, which is good.
Nice. So basically we need to add in a scene. So that little box next to the playhead. What is the playhead?
So the playhead is this black line which shows us where we are in time, because obviously any video project involves time. So this shows us what we're seeing on the screen right now. So right now on the screen, we are seeing this video at 1.8 seconds in there. So let's add scene like that. Tap on that, add scene. All right, okay. What are we doing now?
I think we should... So if you look at the challenge page, for example, then you'll be able to see, suggestions for things that you could do. I went for thank you for cooking our food. Thanks for taking us to the park. Thank you for being my taxi driver. So if you're just looking for something that you need to just get the job done, then there are 3 suggestions that you can use right away. But you basically need a video for each one of these. So the first one is easy, isn't it? I mean, like cooking our food, just search for a cooking video.
Yeah. Okay, so over in media, click on media, and then up on the top, I'm in videos, and it's still got this Mother's Day search. So let's just clear that search, and let's search for cooking. There we are, just cooking.
Yeah.
So, and I'm nervous of that knife. There we are. Be careful. And then there we go.
Flambe in the second one.
Yeah. There we are. That happens every morning. That's his breakfast. All his flambe and stuff. Yeah. So just search for something.
Oh, that's a good family one as well.
Baking cakes, making pancakes, maybe.
Yeah, I love it.
Washing a broccoli. Yes. Too much salt there. That's too much salt. Grilling peppers, padron peppers. What are we going to go for?
Oh, maybe that one, the pasta one, because that's a tremendous meal.
There we go. I'm going to go making a salad. There we go. Right. So I've clicked on that. I've added it in. And there it is. It's 15.6 seconds, Dom.
Do you know what? I just think that's too long.
Yeah. So what shall I trim it down to?
I think you probably want to start trimming that. Yeah. I mean, so you got to if you're going to do a voiceover, maybe it'd be like, "Thank you for cooking our food." How long is that going to take you? Maybe 5-6 seconds.
Yeah, and the beginning's a bit boring, and about that. we got the dressing going on there. So let's trim the beginning bit off, and so that it starts when salad dressing. When the salad dressing's going on, and then let's just go blah 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 blah. That's enough, and then let's trim that back, and we can always tweak this later. Right, that's the first two done. I tell you what, I'm going to do that over on the iPad, so that people get a bit of a chance to catch up. Okay, so let's get the iPad up. Here we go.
Great idea.
So just a reminder. So we tap on.
Do that. I'm going to see if my internet.
Yeah, go for it. So. Just a reminder, we tap on the orange tile. There he is, he's gone again. And it brings us into the all-in-one editor. And, you know, my iPad is taking its good sweet time to load up. If your iPad does something like this, that looks, you know, that gray screen doesn't look normal. That doesn't usually happen. So don't be afraid to just close that app down and open it back up. Okay? And that's true if you're on an iPad or if you're on the browser, you know, refresh your page. If things look as if they're crashing or doing strange things, just refresh it and it'll almost always fix it. There we go. Dom's back anyway, I think.
Yeah, I'm all good now.
Cool. So here we go. I tapped on the orange icon. I'm in here. So the first thing Dom did was he went to media. Well, I did it actually. And then I went to videos. And then he searched for Mother's Day. Mother's Day. There we go. And yeah, we got all these results. I'll choose a different one this time. This one's cool. That first one was cool as well. There we go. Same again. I can grab that playhead and decide, right, which bit, where do I want to keep it? Where do I want to trim it? Maybe I'll do that while Dom's doing the next bit. So let's just add a scene. Now you can see on the iPad, it's slightly different. There's a little box with a plus in it to add a scene. It doesn't say add scene. So just tap on that. And now I'm going to search for, what else do we do? Well, we could say thanks for helping me with my homework. That's definitely one. Okay.
Yeah.
Homework. So let's search for homework. Okay. Search for that. 490 results. And let's just get one of these in. There we go. Great. Now then, you can see that I've got these white bars on the top and the bottom of the video. It means that it's not quite filling our frame, filling our canvas. So to sort that out super quick, you can see in the top left-hand corner, next door to the remove background dog, there's a button that says fill video. There we go. And it fills the video. And then that's done. Right. So that's only 5.8 seconds as it is. So I don't think I need to trim that. But this first scene, I think I'll trim. But should we move on to the next? Should we move on to the next bit? Let's get the browser back up.
Yeah, okay. Let's go.
Will be fine, or are you in?
No, I'm all good now. The internet's back on.
Okay.
Okie dokie. Right. So I've put my second scene in. I've also done. I've got a bit of text on there as well. Just going to copy that just for ease now. I'll get rid of it and show you how I did it. So I've got my cooking video. I trimmed it so it was roughly about sort of 6 seconds. You can see if I can go down here and I can trim, and 6 seconds I thought was enough. And then, there we go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some text on there. So I'm going to go for T for text on the left-hand side. Give it a click. Add your text. And now it's giving me this font, actually, which I had on there before, which is Kaushan or Cushion script. And then I'm going to paste in my text. Now, don't forget, if you need to, you can go here and you can copy one of these. Use Command or Control and C to copy that. You can go back to your video and paste it in like I did. Bosh. And then we need to make this look visible. All right. So I'm going to pop this up here. Now, how shall I make this look? Well, you know, you've got endless options here. You need to go over to your fill color. Maybe I'll make it black. And that'll stand out nicely. And then for the outline, rather than having that white box with the red strike through, which means there is no outline, maybe I'll put a little white outline, or I could take the pipette and select the red pepper, which she's going to be slicing up shortly. And then, you know, if you want to increase the outline thickness, but then it makes the black look terrible, I think. So maybe we'll switch that to white. There we go. Thank you for cooking our food. And you can, decide how you want to use this box here to maybe like bunch up that text if you want to. And that looks nice, and maybe make it a bit bigger. Thank you for cooking our food. And then the reason why I'm going to show you how to do animation on this is because once you've done this once for one scene, the rest of this video is easy peasy. It's as easy as cooking an egg.
No.
So what we're going to do is select our text, and then we can go to animation, and then maybe you want to animate it in. And you've got all sorts of things that you can do here. I know Meredith likes, or Meradude likes a grow. So we'll go to a grow. We like that. And then, do you want to do something when it's looping? Maybe a little blink, maybe a little flicker, something. But I think maybe jitters too much. We want it to be pretty chill. Do you know what I mean, for Mother's Day? So maybe I'll just do a little flicker to make sure that people can see it. That's perfect. So that is one scene done. Now that you've got that, let me show you. Mr. Jones will do this after me. I'll select this scene, make sure it's selected. Go to the 3 dots down the bottom. You can see here down the bottom, 3 dots. And then I'm going to duplicate. Now, I don't want to say thank you for cooking our food 3 times. Who wants that? Nobody wants that. But what I do want to do is I want to get this video here, this background video, select it and replace it.
Oh, yeah.
Replace it with a video. So we'll get a video. And now this time, instead of thank you for cooking our food, maybe I'll search for something like taxi. And then you have to go through and you have to find the video that you think is good for you. So I think I found this one was really good, actually. This one, I like the fact that it was kind of cartoony, so I'm going to pop that in there. Nice. Yeah. And then you can see here that it's selected a certain part of the scene for you. And you just have to it's selected 6 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
Within that 6 seconds, brilliant. There we go. Taxi's turned up. Perfect. So once that's done, instead of thank you for cooking our food, you can say thank you for, you could highlight this, being, we keep it capitals actually, being our taxi driver. There we go. And then you can just stretch out your box. Maybe you want to match the colors here. So you could go back to edit on the left-hand side over here, edit. And then rather than it being a red outline, maybe you can give that a click, use the pipette and select the yellow here if you want. Does that really work? Maybe I'll change the fill color to black. Yeah, that's nice.
I know that. Lovely.
Yeah. But what is the interesting thing about this, Mr. Jones?
Well, I'm guessing that you don't now need to add any animation to that text.
Oh, he's a smart cookie. That's exactly right. You don't need all the animation's been done for you. Look, it's the same as the last one.
Yeah.
Amazing. And it's got the little flicker, and you're done. Right, yes. Jones.
Yeah.
Having a bash at that.
Yeah, let's have it. Come on. Get me on it. Right. Shall I do it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, good. There you go.
No, that's the browser. Let me give me.
Yeah, you'll have to present your iPad again.
There we go.
Yeah.
Right. So you go. Yeah, that first scene I needed to trim, if you remember, guys. So the Happy Mother's Day's in about there, so I don't need all the rest of this. So let's just trim that back to there. There we go. Great. Right. So on the second scene where we've got thanks for helping me with my homework. Right. So let's get the text on there. That's what Dom did first. So we're going to go to T for text, add your text, and I'm going to type in here that, hey, dude, triple tap.
Hey, dude.
Oh, it's doing that silly thing. I'll use the microphone. So let's go. Thanks for helping me with my homework! Exclamation mark. There we go.
That's an excellent one, actually.
There we go. Yeah. So that's done. So that's in. Right. Let's think about my font first. So let's just drop this down. Shows me my recent fonts.
Dinah Puff. Dino
Puff. Maybe it's. Oh, I like this Modak as well. This is cool. So
Nice.
that's in. I know. I'm going to add a shape rather than an outline, I think. So I'm going to go to Effects, scroll down, and then you see shape right at the bottom there. And maybe I'll go for this pill shape. That's cool. That's cool. I'm going to bring the text size down so that it fits on one line. So there we go. Just like that. And then I'm going to just kind of think, right, where does this sit best? At the top or at the bottom? I can't. Yeah, I think top because I can't see the homework with it at the bottom. So that's fine. So then the only thing I've got to do now is the animation. So I'm going to, hang on. Let me go back into effect. So again, you could be thinking here, you see right at the bottom, the shape that's selected. If I tap it again, I can choose the color of that shape and the size of the shape as well. So let me bring the size down a bit actually, because it was a bit over the top. But then the color of it, again, you could use what is your mom's favorite color. So, go for this lovely lilac. And then animation is the last step. So up at the top left, in our text panel, you can see edit, but then you've got effect and animation. So in animation, so these first ones are all to do with text. I mean, you've got typewriters, cool one, fade, flicker. That's nice. But if you go for one of the other ones, then the actual shape will move in as well. Okay, so things like bungee or drift. Drift's, I'm going to go with drift. That's great.
Yeah, drift's good.
Cool. And then do you want it to just stay still when it comes in? If so, you can leave it as it is. But if you do want it to move as the scene goes on, then you've got the loop options as well. I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to leave it alone. I'm quite happy with that. So now I'm ready to duplicate this for my next scene. So let's just, on my timeline, tap on that clip. Okay, tap on the scene itself in the timeline. And you can see I've got that 3 dot there right at the end of the scene. I'll just tap on it. You can see when you tap on it, it brings up this little flyout menu. So with that selected, I'm going to choose duplicate. There we go. And I've got a total copy of this, text and all. Okay. So as Dom said, that's all we need to do now is tap on the video clip. And you can see that the option there, it's at the bottom for me, is to replace. So let's go to replace. And I'm going to go to videos. Okay. And maybe something like, thanks for giving the best hugs. So let's search just for hug. Okay. There we go. And it's going to search. It's over 1,000 results. So, you know, we need to watch them all just to make sure that we pick. So maybe we'll just grab this one. I like the color of the wall. Because really nicely. There we go. So that's done. And then let's just tap on the text. Tap again on the text to open up the keyboard. And then let's just double tap on homework. Tap, tap. I see, and it's just select that word. And let's just delete backwards from there. Thanks for giving and I'm going to make best, all caps, best hugs.
Nice.
Now then, I think this is going to work better at the bottom of the screen because it was hiding a head a bit up the top there. So I'm going to down to the bottom. And as Dom's project showed us, when I actually play the beginning of this, there we go. Yeah, there we go. I've still got the animation and it's drifting in. That works really nicely. Right. Over to you, Dom. What's coming next, pal?
Beautiful. Right. Okay. So we've got, I have got my intro scene. I've got my first scene with my animation. I've got my second scene. So again, just let me show you how this is done, just like Mr. Jones did. 3 dots on your whatever scene you want. Duplicate. And then now you've got your copy of your scene. You can go in here, click the video, press replace with videos, and then maybe I'll do park playground. Oh, let me spell that right. Park playground. One of the things that I seem to do all the time, my children, is just always taking them to the playground. So, you know, any of these are good, really. Oh, that one's looks like a bit of slow-mo actually. Yeah, something like this one. That'd be great. So I've now replaced the video. Let's just check to see. Yeah, that's great. Pushing them on the swing. That's cool.
Yeah.
And so this time I can do thank you for taking us to the park. And then, like Mr. Jones did last time, I think I'll move this down to the bottom there so we can see faces better. Thanks for taking us to the park. Maybe put an exclamation in there. And then, you can switch up how the text appears. Maybe change the fill color to, yeah, that purple one's cool. And like Mr. Jones showed us before, if we check things like the animation, it's given a little flicker. Goes to the next scene. The grow is there on the animation. The flicker is there as well. And we are all good. Okay. Now that we've done all 3 scenes, there's just a little more jiggery pokery to be doing.
Oh, yes.
So let's just check. We've got about 5-10 minutes like that. That's not bad. So, right. First thing I'm going to do is go to add audio. I'm going to select the audio tab at the top here. And then search audio. I'm going to go for happy. And then, nah, that's too happy. I'm never that happy.
That's too happy.
But what I do, the only thing I've got to be conscious of here is that my whole video is 23 seconds at the moment. So I should make sure that whatever it's going to be.
Bit newsy.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's lovely. That's lovely. It's a dream. So I'm going to go with that one. So I've got my music in there. Then what you'll see is that in between scenes, you have this little button here, play button. Now, if you go to the the bottom one, which is kind of like 2 play buttons next to each other, give it a click. Then what it will do is you say, oh, what transition do you want between your scenes? And I would suggest a dissolve here.
No, get one of the fun ones.
What do you mean fun?
Yeah, they're fun. I like the bottom ones. They're fun.
They're fun. All right. Well, yeah, okay. Maybe do a wipe.
I know they're exactly the same, but they are fun.
Well, do you know what? I tell you what, this is something I learned from Mr. Jones, actually. If you select, say, like the wipe one, and then rather than going into the selections here and like deciding on directions and stuff like that, first you go to apply all scenes.
No.
Which means that now all of my do the next one. Okay, but now once that's done, you can select in between scenes, and then you can change the direction of them.
Mix it up.
Mix it up a little bit, yeah. And then so the first one went up, the next one will go down. This one can go right, and then we're kind of done there, really. Yeah. So all of our transitions have been done. So audio track and transitions, are you ready?
Of course I am. Yeah.
Born ready.
Of course I am. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Let's get him up there.
Yeah. All right, Dan. So audio track and transitions. So let's go to media on the left-hand side. And up at the top, we need to find audio. So I'm going to scroll over to audio. There we go. And they've just brought in some filters into audio as well. So you can filter by different genres and moods if you want.
That's good.
Yes, that is great. But I'm just going to go to acoustic. And I'm going to tap on view all. And I'm going to do, I'm going to just spin the dice. You know what I mean? Throw the dice. Yeah. Roll the dice. Not
little
spin.
Celtic moon.
Just spin. Just roll it and see. And then does any of these shout out to me? Thanks, ma'am. Maybe they do. Tree Chop Triumph Loop, perhaps. Let's try that.
Mumford & Sons there.
Yeah, that'll do for me.
Yeah.
So tap on that. It's added it in. Wonderful. Lovely job. Lovely job. So that's done.
One thing I didn't do that you can show people is the fade out, maybe.
Yeah. At the end of my video, if we play it, listen to the end of this.
Oh, what happened there?
Yeah, it sounds like somebody just pulled the plug, doesn't it? So, so to sound more professional, we want in the top left here to choose fade out. And 2 seconds is quite a long fade out, so bring it down. Maybe just like half a second is fine. Let's try that now.
Oh, much more professional.
Yeah, fades out. Right, transitions. So between the scenes on your timeline, you'll see little plus icons. There's one here and there's one here. Now, it doesn't matter which one of them you click on. Just click on one of those little plus icons. So I'll tap on the first one here. And then I'm going to choose Add Transition. And again, just choose one of these. I'm going to choose the Push Transition. Lovely. And I'm going to change it to Push Up. There we go. It's cool. And I'm just going to apply that to all scenes. Apply to all scenes. So let's have a look at this from the beginning.
Oh, you did it.
It's C major. Right. Okay.
Yeah, I like
Right.
that.
It's done.
Yeah. Okay. But I'll tell you what, I think what I'll do right now is just show, if you wanted to take it to the next level,
Yeah.
there are a couple of things you could do. Let me just bring down the size of my timeline here. Now, one thing you could do is you could do like a little outro as well. And you can make that the same as the intro by going to your first scene, 3-dot it, duplicate that scene, and then click and hold.
Oh, look at this.
Nice. And then you've got an outro as well.
And it's automatically extended your audio track as well. How clever.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And it's also copied the transition. Look.
Oh, Shazam.
Shazam, yeah. I'll put a fade out if you didn't remember. I didn't remember. Mr. Jones did. So I've got a 1 second fade out here. And then if you want to, now that this is done, you can put some voiceover on.
Oh.
And the way to do that would be to get your playhead, like here, and put it at the start of your scene. And then on audio, if you make sure you got media selected on the left-hand side here, then go to audio and then record voiceover. Make sure you've got the right mic. And then 3, 2, 1. Thank you for cooking our food.
Yummy.
Yummy. And the only thing that you've got to make sure that happens is you've just got to make sure that you finish it within the scene.
Yeah, yeah.
You can always, stretch it out and all the rest of it, but roughly try and keep it within the limits of your scene, and maybe I'll just pop it in the middle. And if you want to do it for another one, put your playhead in the right place, go back to media, go back to audio, record voiceover, do your next one. But what's the one thing that people need to remember here?
Yeah, I mean, the music is banging at the moment, isn't it? So are we going to even hear you? That's the question.
Let's give it a try. Thank you for cooking our food. You can, but it's not very well balanced, is it?
You what?
So it's so what we need to do is we need to go over to our volume and bring this
down.
Turn that music down, lad. Right. And then you can put it to the start like that. Thank you for cooking our food.
Oh, that's way better.
That's better, isn't it?
Yeah,
so you can put in those voiceovers if you like, but do that at your will. Just make sure you're going to adjust that little audio track there. And when you're done, you can either download it. You can do it in MP4. Resolution size 720 is plenty. Otherwise, you can press the share button and then you can create that view only link. Mine's actually live because I used an old project here. But you can create a view only link, and you would, once you've pressed create link, you can copy that, and you could go and make a QR code, couldn't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, come on, Mr. Jones. You're the king of closing us out with new things that people need to remember.
All right then, friends. So tomorrow, if you enjoyed today and you want more immediately, then tomorrow we've got an AI week lesson. So
Yes.
so get registered. That's there. But next Tuesday is April Fool's Day, when everybody's a little bit silly.
It's not next Tuesday.
Oh, isn't it? Oh, I'm
April
sorry.
Fool!
Ah, damn. Not meant to play tricks until it's actual April Fool's Day.
Is that 74 years of bad luck now?
Yeah. Hey, is your trick on Tuesday going to be coming to a live lesson with your mobile phone as your internet connection? That'll be a really good one.
Oh dear, well, he's not.
Oh, Dom, you card. You got me again.
But yeah, that's all coming up next week. We hope you've had fun.
Yeah, get registered for that by going to adobe.ly/live lessons. We've also got our is that the right link anymore?
Yeah, it can be. Yeah, it still works.
Yeah. If you'd like to do some teacher training, any staff at your schools are more than welcome to come along to our free training sessions. They all run from 4 o'clock in the afternoon to 5:30, and there is a menu to choose from. Go along to bit.ly/ACE-interested. And finally, if you are posting anything on social media that you've taken part in this Mother's Day session today, then please tag us in so that we can see your wonderful work as well at Adobe for Edu, at Dom_trainer, and at Meredith J or at Meredith Jones. Right, and there we are. We're done. Well, we'll see you on another one. Thanks for your shout outs. Thanks for your whoop whoops. It's been fun as always to do this single-handedly while Dom just messes around.
Yeah, go give your mum a hug. Thank you very much as always. See you on the next one.
Bye, ta-da!